Before we take more callers, I promised this to you, and we always run out of time, so let me give it to you before we run out of time. The Unborn Child Awareness, Child Pain Awareness Act is one of the 10 points in this American values agenda, according to the Republicans in the House. Mm-hmm. And what it says is that they have to tell women that, hey, before you get an abortion, your child is going to feel pain, so we're going to give an anesthetic to the fetus, etc. You think, oh, that's interesting. So what scientific study determined that?
Zero.
It turns out, of course, no scientific studies determined that.
Now, wait a minute. I saw Silent Scream. There's something going on there.
God, you know what's funny? I mean, how much they just don't care about science. I was listening to the Bill Handel show this morning, but somebody
Here
else,
in LA.
Yeah, but somebody else was filling in, and they were talking about the global warming movie with Al Gore, and they was like, "Oh, this debate is just getting out of hand." You know, you have these scientists that agree with Al Gore, and they're arguing with these other people, the Republicans who disagree. And I'm like, how is that a debate? How is that an intellectual, fact-filled, educated debate? Scientists talking about global warming and Republicans about how they feel about global warming. But that was the discussion today, in the morning on this radio show.
But not just Republicans. Michael Crichton, one of the great fiction writers, he got to go and testify as an expert. That's who they brought in to testify as the expert in front of him.
But the Republicans spun it to a point where I could sit there and argue with a neurosurgeon and be like, no, you're doing it wrong. Why? Because I feel like you are.
Yeah, because it rubs people the wrong way.
Right. I mean, my just weird inherent feelings about stuff is just as valuable as scientific evidence.
This one actually goes a little farther, because even though there is no scientific evidence of unborn children, quote-unquote, feeling pain, they're going to write it into law. They're going to say you have to tell them, even though that it's not true, you have to tell women that it's true. I mean, it's turning science on its head. It's madness. Telling doctors that they have to tell women things that aren't true. And putting that into legislation, putting that into law, so that if you're a doctor out there and you're OBGYN, if this passes, you're going to have to tell people things that are just scientifically not accurate. That's madness. It's just I don't care how that rubs you, okay? That rubs me the wrong way. And it rubs the facts the wrong way. It rubs scientists and doctors the wrong way. How comfortable? Look, it doesn't mean that pro-life is wrong. The pro-life stance is wrong. And it's very legitimate to feel that, that you're pro-life, and then it's a life after conception or whenever you pick a time or an event that you want to base it on. And, we can disagree on that, but that's a legitimate point of view. But it's not a legitimate point of view to make up scientific facts and make doctors say them and put it into legislation. And that's not something that's American values. Making up facts shouldn't be an American value.